Hello everybody, this is Arsenal. Today we would like to discuss tool that we use when drawing is the paper. So as you can see, there are so many kinds of paper and this is just part of it. But to write using the right paper can give you a great difference, and I'll explain that later. So first of all, the one we normally use, and that's the main go-to guide, will be this one, the newsprint. So it comes with different brands, but and it got different kind of surface. Personally, I would recommend you to use the smooth surface, and it give you a nice clean blend. And it's very good for practice purposes because it's not that expensive compared to other materials. But there's some disadvantage of it. One is when it decay, you will turn yellowish, like this one. This is just a paper roll I bought from IKEA, but they're probably the same texture, and they're getting like the edges. You can see now it's turning a little brownish, yellowish. So yeah, what I would do is just use that for your practice purpose, not your milestone masterpieces, because you won't last forever. So you might be aware of that. And also the size is like great for practicing. You can use the gesture drawing using the whole arm instead of just containing yourself in a small, like this one. This is a regular printing paper. You can see it's not that premium quality too. And yeah, personally I won't recommend you to use it for your masterpiece as well. But one thing that comes to my mind is sometimes we got the flyers or some hangout, from school or whatever places. They only print one side, and the back side of it is completely clean. So personally, I will just save them. And when I try to warm up like drawing, I will use the back side of it. So they call this secondary paper or something, but yeah, just save some environment. We waste them already too much, right? So after the newsprint, I would probably recommend you using the drawing paper, which is like this one. This one is the 400 series, and it's a decent quality to it. And the texture of it, you can see on the front page, the demonstration drawing. It got some texture to it, so it got more tooth to it, so it can withstand more material go over on top of it, whether it's wet or dry. I will explain that later too. And it's always a good idea to have a notebook, sketchbook. Whatever brand it is, because I'm not sponsored by any of this big brand, and yeah, just pick one that suit you the most. Probably you can have a smaller one that's portable when you go out to do some en plein air, the outdoor drawing. You can use those. But yeah, it's always a good idea to keep a larger one in case you need to. Oh, by the way, I always bring my sketchbook to the museum because most of them will allow you to go in there and do some sketching. But nowadays they're quite begin to have more limit to it. Probably mostly would you like to use the wet medium rather than wet medium, just in case you made a whole mess for the museum or something. But yeah, still back to the topic. These are all 400 series, and the drawing paper it can last longer, and you can apply more media on top of it. But the best way to use probably wet or dry medium at the same time, or using the mixed media, will be the mixed media. Yeah, you can tell it's literally mixing the dry and wet together. So yeah, I got a pretty nice quality to it, but it probably costs a little bit more. Yeah, and so there's another way to use that. It's like this one. It's called the Bristol board. It's just like a thicker cardboard you can use, and personally I use it on some like wet medium. For example, acrylic paint will be great on this medium, and it gives you a stronger hold to it. If you like even thicker medium, like this one is the illustration board, and it is cold press. And there's another one called hot press. It just make different texture on the surface. But this one is even thicker than the Bristol board, and it can just almost stand on itself. So it's great for like quick presentation or something. And this one you can use acrylic paint or something on top of it. This works perfectly fine. But mostly we use acrylic paint or even oil paint. We'll be using the canvas, and this one is called the canvas paper. Usually we see them stick on the wood frame or so, but there's some stores selling this kind of paper, you know, and you can also frame it if you like to. Just go to probably a framing store or art store. They will probably custom make your wood frame. So yeah, but if you don't know whether I should use the the wood frame, or it will take some space, because like you pile up like 5 canvas with a wood frame, that will be took a lot of space. So you might want to try this canvas paper, and it works just fine. But just beware that they have 2 different surfaces and they have different texture. You might want to use the smoother side rather than the rougher side, because it got some coating on top of it, and you will make your medium stay there probably better. Okay, now let's talk about different paper. This one called the tone paper. And at the very beginning, I will start with, just like the newsprint, we'll start with the scrappiest one. This one. It is bought from like Home Depot. It's the carpeting paper. So we can see it's not great quality. It's just thin as the newsprint now. As you may guess, this is good for practice purpose, because the tone paper, what advantage of it is like it already done the toning for you, so you can save you some time like smudging around. You don't need to do that, and you just let the paper to show the mid-tone value or even the reflection parts. And I will demonstrate that probably in the later video in the Chiaroscuro introduction. So the higher quality one will be this one, the Canson tone paper. So it comes with different colors, and I made a mess on it, I know, but yeah, it got 2 different surface too. It's one is rougher. It got almost like hole or something, the texture of it. But personally, I would prefer the smoother side of it, and you can see right here, it's pretty smooth, and it can withstand lots of medium on top of it. But personally, I would like to use dry medium more, because it's like a pastel and charcoal or even pencil. But no, I probably not use pencil. I use charcoal and pastel on this kind of tone paper. And as I talked about pastel, there's also a kind of paper that's called like pastel paper. Well, basically it works just like the other Canson paper, but it just have even more texture to it. if you see closely, and you can already see the text on top of it. And there's like different tone too, but yeah, personally I just use the back of it because it's smoother, and Canson did a pretty good job like making both sides of the paper work. So yeah, just pick your own preference, because you might want some texture to show through, or if you visualize just like me, I don't really not a big fan of the whole bumpy surface. I would prefer a smoother finish. I would just use the back side of it. Okay, that's probably all for today, and yeah, just feel free to try all this medium, and there's plenty more, I believe, like watercolor, which I'm not pretty familiar with, but I tried it once. I know you have to like wet it first, but and do the paint afterward, but yeah, I haven't tried that too. So just feel free to experience all the paper, and remember, they have different personality to it, so you may have to play around with it. So don't jump right in to do your like long project on top of it. Just probably just cut a little piece off and try your medium on top of it, and just play around with it, have fun. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.